Okay, guys, with that, let's go ahead and get warmed up. We're gonna start. Okay. I wish I had a better view for you guys, like a nice beach view or something, but this is my lovely parking lot, so this will have to do. All right, you guys. So we're gonna get in this quadruped position, and we're gonna start off with some cat camels. Okay, so we're gonna get our spine nice and lubricated, get warmed up here. It's about 36 degrees here in the Bay Area, so it's nice and chilly out. Be nice and alert for you. Okay, quadruped position here. Okay, we're gonna drop our stomach, look up to the sky, and then arch our back. Okay, we're gonna do this 10 times. Nice and slow. Floss in our spine. Look up, drop our shoulders, and up. 3, 4, halfway. 7, 3 more. 8, 9, last one. And 10. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna do a little series here. We're gonna go push-up position. I'll show you head on, and then I'll show you side view or profile. Okay, we're gonna go push-up. Okay, right into, you call this chaturanga in yoga. You're gonna go like nose dive, right into a cobra stretch. Then you're gonna go rear end up, plank, hold for a second, and then you're gonna walk your feet up to your hands into this pike position, and then back up. And then you're gonna repeat. We're gonna do that 5 times, okay? So we're gonna go down, push up. I'll show you side view actually. Push up, dive down, breathe, get a good stretch, rear end up, into a nice flat plank. Okay, walk my feet up, back out, and then repeat. Okay, so we're gonna do that 5 times. Okay, so I'm gonna do it with you here. I'll do it head on. And here we go, you guys. So push-up position, of course, there's modifications to push-ups. If you're unable to do a traditional push-up on your feet, on your toes, then we can modify and do it on our knees. Okay, so here we go. Push-up position, and let's go. Down, push up. Okay, now diving down, looking up, get a good stretch, rear end up, nice flat plank. We're gonna hold this for a second. Okay, now we're gonna do our walk up. Walk our feet up, and back out to a plank, or that push-up position. Okay, that was 1. Here goes number 2. Up and down. Stretch. Butt up. Plank position or push-up position. Walk your feet in. And back out. Good job, you guys. This is 3. Push up. Dive down. Look up. Breathe. Flat back. Walk it in. And back out. This is 4. Push up. Nose dive. Cobra stretch. Breathe into that stretch. Rear end up. Flat back. Walk it in. And back out. Here we go. Number 5. Last one, you guys. Dive down. Breathe into that stretch. Butt up. Nice flat back. Walk your feet in. And back out. Let's hold this for 10 seconds. Hold that plank. If you can get your shoulders, or your hands in front of your shoulders, even better. Hands in front of your shoulders. That means you should feel the tension on your stomach, your abs. 3, 2, 1, time. Good job, you guys. Nice. 15, 20-second break on that. And then I will show you what we're doing next. Okay, so we're going to do another push-up complex. We're going to go push-up, and then 4 movements in between our push-ups. Okay, so we're gonna go a total of 5 push-ups. Okay, so they look like this. We'll go push-up, shoulder touch, and look how I'm being nice and controlled. Shoulder touch, front raise, and then I repeat. Okay, so it's 4 movements. So it's left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Okay, here we go. Everybody push up position. Here we go. And down, push up, left hand shoulder, right hand shoulder. Back to push up position, left hand front raise, right hand front raise. Keep your body nice and straight, you guys. This is going to be number 2. Push up, shoulder touch, front raise, front raise. Okay, number 3, here we go. Shoulder touch, front raise, and I'm already feeling it. I'm kind of getting the shakes already. Number 3, shoulder touch, front raise, hold that nice position, you guys, tight stomachs. Number 4, or I'm sorry, number 3, shoulder touch, this is 4 actually. Front raise. Now we're at 5. I can't count in the morning, you guys. Down, shoulder touch, nice and controlled. Front raise, back to push-up position. Let's hold a plank. Scoot your hands out in front of your shoulders. 10-second hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, you guys. Shake it out. I'm gonna kind of scroll through here, see if there's anybody that needs help. You guys disappeared on me, but that's okay. We'll keep going. I'm sure you guys are following along good. Okay, let me get myself back on screen. Here we go. Okay, next push-up movement. We're gonna go push up to a side plank. Okay, so again, there's varying degrees of difficulty on this, and you guys can modify it. Okay, so I'll show you side view. We go push up and then side plank. So I'm going to stack my feet. Okay, so now look, I can add a bit more challenging movement into it if I raise up my hand, right? So my top hand stacked right above my bottom hand. Then I'm going to switch sides. Push up, stack my feet, side plank. Okay, if you guys are unable, like I said, if you guys are unable to do a full-on push-up, we can do them on our knees, no problem. Okay, so we're here, we push up, and then same thing. We can go plank or a side plank here, right? And then if you guys want to kind of challenge yourself a little bit more, use the top leg as a self spot, right? And then just lift your hips up. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do 6 of these now. Okay, so 3 each side. Okay. Here we go. Push up position. Push up. And right into that side plank. If you guys want to add that element of difficulty in there where you raise up your arm, we're going to hold this for 4 seconds. Back to plank or push up position. Now we're going to push up, go the other side. Side plank. Nice and controlled, you guys. Here comes number 3. Side plank, steady. Get your hips up, you guys. Don't let your butt sag. This is 4. Side plank. Stack. If you're doing the arm above, stack your wrist above the other hand, the bottom hand. Number 5. And last one coming up. Number 6. And back to push-up position. Scoot your hands out in front of your shoulders or scoot your feet back. We're gonna hold this tight stomach. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job, you guys. Check it out. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna give you about 15, 20 seconds. Grab a swig of water if you need. And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna jibber jabber and tell you what we're doing next. Okay, so rule of thumb that I kind of always use is for every pushing exercise, I do 2 pulling exercises, right? But we don't have any equipment. We just have our body weight, but we can improvise. Okay, so now we're gonna get the posterior part of our body. I'm gonna take my jacket off here because I'm sweating. And so you guys can kind of see the position of my back when I'm laying down. Okay, so I'm gonna lay down here, flat on my back. See if I can get in the camera's view. You should be able to see me here. Okay, so you're gonna go feet flat on the ground, you guys. And then I want your arms about 45 degrees. So if this is 90, this would be about 45. So somewhere in between my shoulder and my hip. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive my elbows into the ground and lift my back up off the ground. Okay, so I'll show you a front or a side view and then a front rear view. Okay, so I'm here and I'm gonna drive my elbows into the mat. Okay, so I'm visualizing like I'm doing a row. Okay, so I'm here, pull up, and then hold for a second, back down. Okay, in the back, see if you can see me. I'm here, feet flat, drive my elbows into the ground, lift up. Okay, don't crane your neck, you guys. Don't like strain your neck. Okay, you're just driving your elbows into the floor and lifting up as high as you can. Okay, we're gonna do, let's do 15 of these. Okay, 15 of these guys. Here we go. Everybody on your back, feet flat on the floor, elbows at about 45 degrees, and we're gonna drive our elbows into the ground. Here we go. Ready? First one, up, hold, back down, up, down, up, down, up, down. On the 5th one, we're gonna hold it for 5 seconds. Up, hold, squeeze your shoulder blades together, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, hold it, down. Number 10, we're holding for 5 seconds. Hold, squeeze those shoulder blades together, drive your elbows into the ground, and down. 5 more. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 2 more, guys. Up, down. Last one, 5-second hold. Up, hold it, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good, you guys. Whew. Okay. Next one, we're gonna stick with our rhomboids, traps, posterior shoulder. Okay, so very similar. If you guys have taken my classes before, I'm big on what's called the Blackburns, named after a famous physical therapist that came up with some movements for shoulder rehab. Okay, so very similar to that, except I'm going to be in a prone position, and I'm going to kind of be in like a Superman position where it's not kind of, I am going to be in a Superman position. So I'm going to be in this position like this. So my feet are up and my sternum is off the ground. Okay, so when I get in that position, you guys, I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades together and I'm going to go into external rotation. So that means my thumbs are going to be pointed up this way. Okay, so this would be internal. This is external, where I'm going away from my body. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'll show you 2 views, side view and then front view. So I'm in the Superman position here. Now look how I'm going to drop my shoulders, and then lift. Okay, all the while I'm staying in external rotation. Okay, drop my shoulders, lift. Drop my shoulders, lift. Okay, so pretend you have something in between your shoulder blades and you got to pinch your shoulder blades. So this is the motion I want. boom, right here. So you're dropping your shoulders, lifting your shoulders, okay? Front view real quick and then we'll start. Okay, laying down. External rotation, Superman position, drop my shoulders, lift my shoulders, drop, pinch, okay? So here we go. Go ahead and get in that position. So you're in that prone position, ready? Externally rotate those hands so your thumbs are pointed up to the ceiling. And here we go. 15, guys. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 2, 3, 4. Just dropping your shoulders. That's the only part of your body. 6. That should be moving. Just your shoulders. 7, 8, 9. Keep those thumbs externally rotated. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good, you guys relax for a second. I'll catch my breath so I can talk. And then I'll show you what we're doing next, okay? So next one, I kind of touched on briefly, Blackburns. Okay, so these are great, you guys, if you're going through like shoulder rehab, post-shoulder surgery. I had 2 shoulder surgeries, labrum surgeries, so, and these really help me get a lot of blood into the area and works your all 4 muscles of the rotator cuff. Okay, so here we go. Blackburns look like this. Now, my forehead or my chin is totally rested on the ground, as are my feet, okay? Because I don't want any tension except between your shoulder blades. So we're working on scapular retraction. Okay, so those of you, and I preach this all the time, those of you that have taken my class all the time, we spend all day hunched over on a computer or driving in our car, so we get that rounded shoulder effect. Okay, so these are going to strengthen those muscles that keep your shoulders retracted and in that nice position. Okay, so they look like this, you guys. I'm going to be laying on my stomach, but I'm going to be in this like T position. I'm going to go elbows back, palms up, internally rotate, and then behind, and then I retrace. Boom. So that's the motion. Okay. Now I'm going to show you on my stomach here. Side view. So chin or forehead totally rested on the ground, feet rested on the ground. Here, elbows back, internally rotate, hands behind, and then I retrace. Okay, we're gonna do 10 of those, you guys, and do them nice and controlled. There's no rush. The more control you have over the more burn you're gonna feel. Okay, so here we go. Lay down on your stomachs, rest your chin or your forehead on the mat or on the floor, feet on the floor. Here we go, shoulders up, thumbs up, and here we go. Elbows back, internally rotate, palms up, hands behind, retrace. Elbows back, palms up, retrace. This is going to be 4. 5. Hands behind the back, retrace. 6. Elbows back, palms up, hands behind your butt, retrace. 7. Keep those shoulder blades pinched together, guys. 8. 9. And last one, here we go. Elbows back. Keep those shoulder blades pinched, palms up, hands behind, and time. Good job. And you should be burning, you guys, right in between your shoulder blades and your posterior shoulder. So this meaty portion that connects to your scapula or your shoulder blade. Good job, you guys. Okay, now we're going to stick to the posterior part of our body, upper back, rear delt. Now we're going to go snow angels. Okay, so reverse snow angels. Okay, so just like you're tracing a snow angel. Okay, so in this position here, I'm going to go thumbs up, and now I'm going to go internally, rotate, hands up in my pockets, and then retrace. Okay, of course, I'm going to be doing that on the ground. And I'm going to be in that Superman position we touched on in our second exercise, where we're lifting up our shoulders. Okay, so I'm in this position here. Okay, now look, I got to flex my glutes to be able to get my feet off the ground, and my spinal erectors, my lower back muscles are flexed. So I'm in that hyper extended position. Okay, so I'm in this position here. Everything's nice and tight. Okay, now look, I'm going to trace a snow angel. Internally rotate, thumbs up. Internally rotate, thumbs up. Okay, so again, we're working on scapular retraction, pinching those shoulder blades back, working on those tiny muscles that control our shoulder blades, all 4 rotator cuff muscles. Okay, here we go. Prone position, you guys, on your stomachs. Assume that Superman position, tight glutes, shoulder blades back. And here we go. Trace that snow angel. Internally rotate those thumbs. Thumbs pointed up to the sky, and then retrace. Externally rotate. Internal. Good. This is 3. We're doing 10. Keep your glutes flexed, you guys, so you can keep your feet off the ground. Knees locked out. This is 4. 5. Halfway. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. Keep those shoulders lifted up. 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. Ugh. You guys are killing me this early in the morning. Very good. Okay, catch your breath, you guys, or I'll use that as an excuse to catch my breath. Okay, now we're going to move down the chain. Okay, so now we're going to go core. So remember, when I say core, you guys, there's 4 different parts, very loosely speaking, 4 different parts of the core, right? So everybody, a lot of people think core just means abs, right? But it's not. Your core runs from the bottom of your sternum all the way down to your pelvic floor. Okay, and you got 4 sides to that. Okay, so we're going to work all 4 sides. So first one, we're going to go bird dog. I'm really big on these. If you guys have back problems, there's the leading spine specialist in the entire world. His name's Stuart McGill, Dr. Stuart McGill, and he's come up with a series of exercises called the McGill Big 3. So if you guys ever want to Google that or YouTube it, Stuart McGill is his name, and his exercises are called the McGill Big 3. Okay. So first one, we go bird dog. I go opposite hand, opposite foot. And I really, for these to work, I really have to extend through my fist, extend through my heel. Okay, so if I were walking around in a live class, I'd be pressing down on your hand and your heel to make sure you're as stiff as a board. Okay, so you got to be super stiff with this, and you got to keep your glute tight. So I keep my hip hiked up. Okay, if my glute isn't tight, look how my hip will sag. If I tighten up my glute, okay, I can hike my hip up. Okay, so when I say pump, you guys, that means elbow, knee. Okay, so we're going to hold for a good 10 seconds. And then when I say pump, you'll pump and then repeat. Okay, so we're going to go 3 each side. 3 each side. Here we go. Get in that quadruped position. Hands and knees. Here we go. Right arm, left leg. Extend through your foot. Extend through your fist. Keep your glute tight. Hold it. And if you're doing it right, you guys, if you're really extended through your limbs, you're going to be already getting the shakes. I am. And I'm a fairly fit person. Elbow, knee, pump, back out. Hold it, nice and strong, you guys. 3, 2, 1, pump. Last one here, then we'll switch sides. Hold it. Extend through your fist, extend through your heel. Like you're trying to kick through the wall behind you, punch through the wall in front of you. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good, now I'm going to turn around. We'll do the other side. So now we're going right arm, left leg. Here we go. Ready? Extend. Hold it. Keep that glute flexed so your hips hiked up. hold, pump. Don't forget to breathe. Hold it. And pump. Extend, you guys. Extend through your fist. Extend through your heel. Nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Nice, you guys. Take a couple seconds here. Okay, now we're going side plank. So we kind of touched on these. I'm going to get the towel here for my wimpy knees. We kind of touched on it when we did our that push-up complex. We went push-up to a side plank. Okay, so same kind of position, except I'm going to be on my elbow. So we're really going to concentrate on obliques and your QL, quadratus lumborum, right? That's that big, deep muscle that connects from like your 12th rib, your actually connects your spine to your hip, okay? So if you have a wonky QL, you guys, you can't walk straight, right? If you guys know what suitcase carries are, so if I grab this kettlebell here, right? So when I have or you're walking at the airport with a suitcase in your hand, it's this QL that's working to keep you straight, right? If I didn't have a QL on this side, I'd be walking around like this. Okay, so your QL muscle is super important. That's usually the muscle that gives everybody problems when they have back issues. Okay, elbow supported, shoulder directly above your elbow, so your shoulder is nice and supported. And we're going to stack our feet. If you can't stack your feet, you guys remember we use the top leg as a guide as a spot, right? So the lower my leg, the harder it's going to be. The more I move my leg up, the easier it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stack my feet up and lift my hips up. Everybody join in with me. We're going to do 10-second holds on each side. I'm looking at my sleep second hand on my old school clock in front of me. So I'm keeping time here. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to touch our hips to the ground and then back up. Nice straight line, you guys, from your shoulder all the way down your feet. Okay, my hips are forward. My butt's not pointed back. Nice straight line. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Back down and up. Nice straight line, you guys. Hold this position. If you guys want to add an element of difficulty in there, again, we can do this type of deal. We can go arm in front, make it a little bit more unstable. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to switch sides now. I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see my ugly mug. Make sure I'm doing it right, not cheating. Okay. Stack those feet or use that top leg as a spot. Here we go. Elbow underneath the shoulder, hips up. And look, you can I kind of make sure everything's firing, you guys, by just queuing myself up. So I'll kind of poke where I know the muscle should be firing, right? So that's obliques. And it's funny, you poke this side of your abdomen and your obliques, nothing's firing, right? But you go to this side, this abdominal wall is firing, and so are these obliques. Back down, hold. That was more like a 15-second hold, that first one, because I was talking. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down, up. Last one. Nice and strong, you guys. Keep those hips forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job, you guys. Okay, next one out of here. We're going to do a modified curl up. Okay, so these are fairly simple. Feet flat on the ground. Okay, let's go right foot down, left leg, we're going to cross. Okay, so we're going to go opposite elbow, opposite knee. So I'm going to have my right hand behind my head just to support my neck. And I'm going to go elbow to my knee. So shoulder blades off the ground right here. Okay, if you guys need a little bit of a self spot, elbow on the ground for a little bit more stability. You want to make it a little bit more challenging, have your elbow just floating off the ground. Okay, so we're going to go 3 10-second holds again.
Here we go. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Ready, up. Hold. Don't forget to breathe through this, you guys. Even when we got everything flexed, we got to learn how to breathe through it. And back down. Up. So breath control, you guys, super important, right? In everyday life, where we move like heavy furniture or something, boxes, back down. We got to stay in that stable position where we stabilize with our breath, but we also have to breathe. 3, 2, 1, back down. Good. Switch legs, switch elbows, switch hands. So now our right leg's crossed, left hand behind the head. Here we go. Up. Shoulder blades off the ground. Back down. Number 2. Up. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Last one coming up. And up. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job, you guys. Okay, might as well stay in this position here since our next movement comes from this position. If you guys need to get a drink, go ahead and get a drink. We're going to do glute bridges next. Okay, so I'd probably rate this second best glute exercise, especially if it's loaded, if you have some weight across your hips and you're actually lifting weight. But body weight that works. If you don't have equipment or weight, this works well, well too. First one I'd probably rate, if you guys are at the gym, it's a hip rotation machine. So it's the machine where you have the pad up here and it's on this rotational gizmo, right? So you put your thigh up on the top and then you push that bar down. Okay, so anytime the leg goes into extension or your foot goes behind your hips, that's when you're firing your glute. Okay, so that's the main function of the glute is hip extension when you extend your leg. Okay, so squats, you're only getting a percentage of glute activation. Okay, it's only a percentage. You know, the other percentage is just distributed through your quads, hamstrings, lower back, right? So squats are not king for glute development, actually. Okay, so I would rate glute bridges or hip thrusts as probably number 2 or 3. Okay, so we're going to do these. Feet flat on the ground. Okay, so probably about, I don't know, 10 inches from your rear end, heel from your rear end. Okay, back flat on the back. I'm going to have my hands on my hips to stabilize, and I'm going to lift, and I'm going to draw a straight line from my shoulder to my knee. So my butt shouldn't be sagging like this. Nice flat surface, shoulder to my knee. We're going to bang out 15 of these, guys. Here we go. Ready? On your back, hands on your hips, stabilize your hips. Ready? Up. And we're going to hold for a 1 count. Back down. Up and hold. Down. Up and hold. On the 5th one, we're going to hold for 5 seconds. Hold on this one. And again, you guys are by yourselves, I'm assuming, so you won't look funny poking yourself in the rear end. Just make sure everything's firing. Okay, back down, up, and there's no strain on the lower back at all. It's all glute. You'll feel a little bit of hamstring. Back down, 7, a little bit of hamstring, but it should be mainly glute. Back down, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. Hold on this one. Back down, 11, 12, 13, 2 more, 14. Last one, we're going to hold for 5 seconds. Hold. Make sure everything's firing. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job, you guys. Okay, Now go ahead and get that apparatus, whatever you chose, a chair, a stool, your sofa, your ottoman. I'm going to use a Swiss ball or a Bosu ball, and I'll show you guys what we're doing next. Okay, so notice again, you guys, how I'm emphasizing our posterior chain, right? The parts that get neglected all day long. So posterior just means the back, right? So my actual back, my glutes, hamstrings. Okay, so all the parts we kind of neglect on a daily basis because we're doing everything facing forward. Okay, now put your feet up on whatever it is that you have to put your feet up on. I have a Bosu ball. Okay, you can go hands on the hips. And now you're gonna curl your heels to your rear end. So you're gonna lift yourself up with your hamstrings now. Okay, so I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna stand up on my ball at the very end of the movement. Okay, so I'm gonna curl, and then I stand up. Okay, head on. It looks like this. No, that's not a good view. We'll show back view. Okay, so I have my feet up, and I'm gonna lift my hips up. So visualize curling your heels to your rear end. If you're on a stool or a chair, same principle. Feet up on the stool. Oh, curl. Curl. Okay, here we go. We're gonna bang out 15 of these, you guys. Get in that position there. And then I like to put my heels into whatever it is I'm pulling myself up on. Okay, so I can really visualize heels to my rear end. Ready? Pull. Back down. 15, you guys. 2, 3, 4. And I'm just using my hands on my hips to stabilize. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On this next one, we're going to hold it. Hold. 5 seconds. And here we go. 5 more. 13. 14. Last one. Another 5-second hold. Hold it. Remember, heels to your bum. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job, you guys. All right. Doing good. I'm just gonna check to see we're good. Good. We got about 6, 7 more minutes here. 7 more minutes here. So we got time. Okay. Next one. We are going to go into a modified split squat. Okay, so these are super good, you guys. We're going to isolate our quads now. Okay, so we're going to take glutes and hamstrings out of our split squat here and just isolate our quads. Okay, and we're going to do that by getting up on the balls of our feet. Okay, so I'm not like on my very, very tippy toes. I'm just on the balls of my feet, so my heels are going to be off the ground. Okay, so balls of my feet, and I'm going to have my back leg extended and my glute flexed. Okay, so that means I take the bend out of my knee. So it's not a traditional lunge like this, you guys, where you're bending your back knee. I'm going to keep this back leg straight, locked out, and my glute flex. That's key. You have to keep this glute firing. Okay, now I'm going to throw my knee over my foot like that, and then back up. Knee over my foot. Look how my leg is relatively straight. Glute is flexed, and then back up. Okay, so essentially what you're doing is like a leg extension at the gym. Okay, you got to keep the glute flexed. Also, by keeping the glute flexed, you guys are kind of retraining the correct firing of your glutes, right? Because remember, what did I say? The main job of your glute is it's when you're in hip extension. So when I'm walking along, that's when my glutes firing, right? So we kind of retrain our glute to fire when it's in that position. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with our left leg forward, right leg back, right leg extended, flex that glute up on our toes, and we're going to go 10 times. Throw your knee over your foot as far as you can, and then back up. 10 times. Keep your glute fired, you guys. Again, I'm kind of poking myself, making sure my glutes firing, my glutes flexed. This is going to be 4. And these are leg burners, you guys. 5. Keep on the balls of your feet. 6. 7. 8. Keep that glute fired. 9. Last one. 10. Good. We're going to switch sides. Let's see. What was that? That was my left side. Now we're going right side. Okay. So again, on the balls of your feet. Left leg locked out. Glute flex. Here we go. Throw your knee over your foot. And you guys will feel the VMO really firing. This big teardrop muscle here. Knee over your foot. Back up. Keep that bum flexed. No bend in your rear leg, you guys. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Good job. Nice, you guys. We're almost done. Okay. Now we're going to get back on our knees. And we're going to do what's called a reverse Nordic. So traditional, and sorry about the wood chipper going on in the background, you guys. Traditional Nordic would be somebody behind you holding down your ankles, or you having your ankles hooked on something so you can hold yourself down, so that you would go forward and then pull yourself back up. So these are reverse Nordics. These look like this, you guys. Hands on my hips. I don't hinge anywhere except for my knees. Okay, so I keep my hips locked in. If I can go all the way back, touch my heels to my butt, and then pull myself up, that's ideal. If not, you guys gauge where you feel comfortable stopping. If that's halfway, that's fine. If it's a quarter of the way, it's fine. Okay, really good. Again, for your quads. If you guys are looking to permanently change, like if you guys are into like mobility and flexibility, if you guys are looking to make permanent changes to how far your muscle will actually stretch, you have to take your muscle into end range, at the very end range of its movement, but it's got to be under tension, right? So this would be a good exercise to work on tight hips, tight quads. Okay, static stretching, you guys, that's a thing of the past. That doesn't work. It's temporary, but it's not lasting, right? So you have to take your muscle to end range, but it's got to be under load, under tension. Okay, here we go. We're gonna bang out 10 of these. Hands on your hips, lock everything in. Here we go. As far back as you can. And back up. Three. Nice and controlled, you guys. 4. 5, halfway. Don't forget to breathe. 6. 7. Let's go, you guys. 3 more. 8. Let's go. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. Nice. Let me see what time it is, you guys. Maybe I can throw in some dessert. Okay, we're going to do one more thing, just for good measure. Okay, we're going to do a Turkish get up. Okay, so look, if you guys like have a water bottle or like a little weight, you can do it in your hold in your hand for reference. That'd be good. So look, I'm going to hold this 15-pound kettlebell, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're just going to do one each side. Okay, so we're going to have knee up arm up. So left arm, left knee. I'm gonna reach over, roll up. I got my line of sight is at the weight. Because if I take my eye off the weight and it does that, I'm gonna be off kilter. Okay, so it's gotta be straight up and down the whole time. I'm gonna reach over, roll over to my side and my elbow. Okay, now hand, hips up, knee under. Now I'm gonna step up. Okay, now rewind. Knee down. Post my hand on the ground. Hips. Elbow. And then return to starting position. Okay, we're just gonna do one on each side without a weight. Just to finish here. Ready? On your backs. Left foot down. Left fist up. Reach over. Roll over to your side. Elbow. Hand. Hip thrust. Leg under. Onto your knee. Step up. Okay, now I'm gonna rewind. Knee down. Hand down. Hips up. Leg through. Hip. Elbow. Back. Okay, now I'm gonna go the other side. Last one. Right leg. Right fist. Reach over. Remember, line of sight is out of my hand. Roll over to your side. Elbow. Look up to your fist. Hip, or I'm sorry, hand. Now my hips. Leg under. Onto your knee. Line of sight to your fist. Stand straight, sit straight up and down. Okay, now I'm gonna step up. Rewind. Knee down. Hand down. Hips up. Leg through. Butt down. Elbow. Onto your back. And that is a Turkish get up, you guys. You guys can Google that or YouTube that. And that's a great exercise. Good job, you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, I'll hang out for, get on camera here. I'll hang out for a couple minutes and I'll answer any of your questions. If not, don't forget to leave comments and feedback. That's always appreciated. And keep going, you guys. Keep moving and keep coming to my Thursday class. I love doing this and I hope to see you guys soon.